All right, chat. We got to get started here. I keep trying to do something, and then I get distracted. Distraction levels are at max today, so we gotta zone that in because we got a big week coming up. Big week coming up. We got big earnings. There's an FOMC meeting. Oh man, Oracle's gonna take over TikTok. That's been talked about for a minute. That's not new. That ain't new. Alright. Got the chat up. Got Twitter up for later so I can do the earnings. Alright, I gotta get this here. There we go. Okay, that's better. Still working on this? Huh. I'm having ChatGPT make a presentation for me. How that works. Yeah, I wanted it to help me take notes. I'm just seeing what it'll do. Alright, we got it. We got it figured out, chat. Okay, we gotta go. Let's oh, this is nice. Yeah, the summary thing I think is gonna be nice, for me anyway. I need help with notes. So this will be an interesting thing to try out. Let's try this, and then we're gonna it includes sources now, so I just did a ChatGPT thing, and it includes where it got the information from. And that's pretty cool. I like this little, this is good. Now I need a way to like present it and like make it cool and like build upon it. So let's get to Koifin so we can go through, because we're like way behind. We still need to do our own trades. We're talking about all this other stuff. I haven't even, I uploaded my trades. At least I did that on Friday. I don't think I traded on Friday at all. So these are the cash markets. These are different. So it doesn't give me the whole week. There we go. Closer. Oh yeah, GE. We gotta check out GE. Alright, so let's go ahead. No, and then like, I think maybe for this week, what I'll do is I need to make a list of all the things that happened during the week. So I need to do that so I can keep track of everything. What do we have on the indices this week? So we have the NDX up 3%, 3.24% in the Dow. This is the cash. It's a little bit different. The other source I have here, Yahoo Finance has it up. Our Market Watch has it up 2.2%. The S&P 500 up 1.7%, and the Nasdaq up 1.7%. And the cash markets somewhat reflect this. They're a little different. But everything is up. Everything was up last week. They were strong. Earnings reports from Netflix and GE, and coming up, there's going to be bigger announcements too. We got a big full week. Of course, Trump was inaugurated and announced the Stargate AI infrastructure project, 500 billion or something like that, to build new data centers and energy related to data centers. So that's interesting. I just saw the headline that Oracle is being tapped for TikTok. They also benefit from that Stargate investment. So Oracle's on the list. If it hasn't already jumped, we're getting it. Yeah, it's probably going to go crazy. It's going to be like $200 some odd right when it opens on Sunday today. Netflix had good earnings. And oh yeah, oh no, I wonder how that DeepSeek thing's gonna affect Nvidia. That'll be interesting. And then Apple's sales are declining in China. They have earnings this week, along with the Fed meeting. You got Meta, you got everybody. Like, I mean, it's a big week. It's a big week. Like, I don't think we've seen this much. Like, usually you don't have like they usually space it out. They're usually able to space it out a little bit more, where you have like Netflix and then Tesla, and then you have the big ones. They don't usually put them all in the same week. So this is going to be another interesting week. And then plus you got the drama between Trump and Powell, because Powell's probably not going to lower rates this week. I think Fed funds futures show that it's like, let's just pull up Fed funds futures. Let's pull it up. I guess we can go to the mainstream. Here we are. I put my hoodie up. I do that. There we go. So let's look at Fed funds futures. CME watch tool. Fed watch. Two days. Oh. Mortgage rate futures. What's that? I don't know what that is. I don't know what Fed that is. So 4.25 target rate is here, so that's the same there. Let's go to March. January, so there's not a meeting until March. Oh man, we're gonna have to listen to rhetoric until March. Lord, god damn it. Maybe you should just lower rates now. And that way we don't have to hear about it. But I guess, so yeah, I bet it'll come down here by March. Trump was like, yeah, is he gonna follow my rules? Yeah, he's gonna do it. Okay, so anyway, oh, I didn't know that people ain't talking about that either. Like, expires January 3rd. Oh, and then that contract expires. Oh. Oh, this is interesting. So, oh, it's right here. Only out here. Oh my god, I didn't know that the year was on there. Okay, so no, it goes to March though. It'll come down to here. So there's not a meeting in February because, well, this is kind of February when they do it, so. Bookmark this. Oh, I have the wrong browser up. Oh well. I think I'll be okay. So yeah, all of our indices are up, major indices are up. Oh, that's where it was. Let me go get that. I want to see something. I might have to mute myself while I do this. I got it, chat. I got it, chat. Wait, where'd my music go? Oh, because I signed off from it. Let's go back to it. Whoops. So I need to go back here. Here we go. Yeah, so we had Netflix, but they're not going to report their subscriber growth anymore. So they're not going to do that anymore. They're going to say they're going to focus on profitability. I think that's what they said. Apple shares are down 15%. Like, I kind of thought about maybe selling some puts in Apple, but earnings is so volatile. Like, it is like they show you the perfect setups for certain things, and those always happen just before earnings. And it's like, I don't really want to do that, because if these iPhone sales are, unless they come out with some, you'd have to hope that they're going to come out with something around AI, because it's also like, well, if you want to join the party, you know, you have to be doing something in that AI realm. And I know they have Apple Intelligence, but is that getting everybody as excited as all the other things? So that I'm really torn on that one. The banks are strong. Gold is at all-time highs. The VIX is low. I am definitely considering on Monday, because the VIX is low, to... They say the put to call ratio is 2-to-1. Like, 2 puts for every call. Every time the market goes up, people buy more calls. I mean, more puts. I might have to join that party. I wanted to do kind of like a buy a put, like a calendar put spread, but I don't know the mechanics, so if the chat could tell me, like, if you got assigned on the short call that's near date, or the short put that's near dated, do they automatically execute your put out in the future? And do you instantly take a loss? Because I thought, like, if one side was executed, the other side would be executed. I guess you could tell their broker not to do that. Like, you could call and be like, I wouldn't mind, because what I was going to do, I wouldn't mind having the shares, and then you have a protective put. And I'd probably just still keep selling puts. And then we have big earnings from Apple, Boeing, Microsoft, Meta, everybody this coming week. So yeah, I mean, I think too, like, if the market rally is going to continue, this is going to be the catalyst that's going to send it to the moon. Yeah, I know, and I heard an interesting thing from one of the podcasts I listened to. They were talking about how, and I don't know how these deals are done, but they were talking, and I don't know what it would actually mean. Like, does it mean the American, the government would own it, and like, does that kind of go against like what we're all about as far as capitalism? But someone was talking about these companies and these deals that were made and these grants that are given, all this money that goes out from the government. Like the money that got Tesla started, they had government grants to get started, but the government never really took a stake or, usually deals, when you make a deal with someone, they not only get a certain percentage of your company for giving you a certain amount of whatever. And like, our government doesn't do that. Like, they don't make deals like that, where I guess the net benefit is that you have this company that makes jobs, and then you make jobs, the tax base increases. So in that way, you kind of are benefiting from the company. But they propose, like, why don't they take a stake? Like, what if it was a 1%, 5%, very, like, even a small amount, the government, like, people were able to benefit from the success of these companies, because a lot of people feel like, you see these companies, you see the success, but it only affects a very few amount of people. Like, if you could structure these deals in a way where more people benefited from them, people might not feel so disenfranchised about the success that some of these companies participated in. I mean, if you don't invest in Tesla, you didn't get the benefit of the appreciation of the stock. And I mean, maybe more people should just invest then, like, that's the solution. But I kind of thought that was interesting. Like, just thinking about, okay, if the government did take some stake and was able to get something for that, instead of always just like bailing somebody out, like, have a vested interest in the things that you're investing in. I mean, I don't know, I thought that was interesting. I don't know how it actually works out, or if it's really against like these fundamental ideas of capitalism, but I thought that was interesting. In a way, you do take a stake, but I think they don't take enough of a stake. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm thinking, and like having more people benefit from their success. That's all. But yeah. Oh, cool. And it like makes a mind map for you. Oh, wow. Oh, that's really cool. Oh, and Core PC's coming out too. Wow, lots of data. Huh. This is cool. Now this summary thing is neat. Presentation maker. Now it's doing the presentation. I'm distracted. Does it do it with Prezi? Oh, wow. Oh, wow. I did a whole presentation for you. I can't share this with anybody because it's not my content, but you can make it your own content. I'm only playing with ChatGTP tools. Okay. That's all I've been doing. I can't show this though because it's not mine. No leaks. Let's see. Oh, wow. No, I like this summary. That's what I need to like, because I listened to all this stuff, but I don't do the summary of it. I don't like some of this stuff. It could be useful, but it I don't summarize it in my head. That's such an important. Like I taught that all the time. You know, my past life. Like you got to summarize things. You got to come back to the beginning. You got to come back to the objective. But yeah, I don't really do that anymore. Oh, did you know? Did you know that now ChatGTP puts sources? Did you know that? Sources. ChatGTP does sources now. And it like links to it. Yeah. It links to it. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, Oracle's gonna buy TikTok. Maybe. Wall Street Journal. Alright, so that's so bullish. I guess kind of bullish, but with the caveat that the put to call ratio is really high. So you know, this rally, I'm not looking for like a market crash here, but definitely maybe some you know, come to Jesus at, and you know, it'll be like, oh, this is the reality. But I think it's pretty bullish. I don't know, Twitter is just like terrible. Oh, Muhammad Al-Arian. I haven't heard from him in a minute. I've been watching Bloomberg. I gotta get maybe back on the Bloomberg gravy train. They'll probably bring out all the heavy hitters for the Fed meeting, so that'll be a fun broadcast to watch. Okay. One or two if we could do that. To put each of those on tabs. Anyway, I'm distracted. We gotta get to the trades viz. We're way behind. Positive week. We still have some trades on. So we'll do that. Okay, I think this is right. Okay. So I got a little spooked on the oil thing, you know, making the prices lower. I did want some kind of energy thing in my portfolio, but I don't know. All this rhetoric, I don't know. I shouldn't have gotten scared, I guess. Oh, this was a fun trade. Was this a trend line trade? I think I wrote this one down. So this was on the 21st. Okay. I'll grab my journal for the 21st. Uh, 21st. You want to go back to that trade? Okay. So the NQ trade. Write it down. I can't take trades I don't write down. That has to be the rule. Like, even though it's a winner, it's like, well, why did I take it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, why did I take it? Like, was it a trendline trade? Was it a VWAP trade? So we have to put unknown. We don't want to put these on here. Was there some kind of positive momentum? Like, why did I go long? I don't know. I think I rolled this? Or did I just... Did I just roll this? I think I just rolled it. This was a roll. Yeah, this was probably a roll. The short put, yeah, so this was a roll. Well, it's more, not really a vertical roll, it's... Let's see, this was on the 23rd. So this was a VWAP trade. They wrote it down. Now I know why I got into it. Minute, save. Okay. At the 22nd, let's see if I wrote it down. What was this? This was trendline break. Okay. Okay. Third. Short. It was news related. Put news on there. 22nd. VWAP. And this was on the 15-minute. I think this was also news related. Or like a trendline break related. I remember taking this trade. This was a trendline break. I thought it would go down farther faster, but it's probably gonna gap down, but I didn't want to stay in it. I always get fucking chopped up in here. Like... Alright, trend line. Alright, this is my new position in place of Oxy. This is my covered call on KeyBank. Sure it puts it in there correctly. This is still an open trade. I sold the put in TLT. Still an open trade. Okay. TQQQ, T triple Q, 23rd. Oh, it was in like that consolidation, yeah. It was like a consolidation break to the upside. This is from that covered call. Oh, 22nd. Yeah, it's like it goes out of the trend line, it goes right back to where it came from. Like the trend line breaks, it's the follow through, it's a breakout follow through. This is not up and down, it doesn't work. It's not letting you do that on the 1 hour time frame. This was the NASDAQ. And unknown. Alright, that's it. I want to look at since maybe it was more October. Death by 1,000 paper cuts, like see what the win rate is here. Let's go the other way. Like P&L. Or put unknown reasons making me money. There we go. So the trend line strategy is okay. It's about 50-50. That's about what yeah. When it breaks above that trend line, it's a 50-50 shot. I think that's, you're about right on that. So here, trend line break. So it's about 50%. Has the most trades. Short didn't work. Cover call. Oh yeah, I need to do more of those trades. With these ones, it like has to have a nice gap. Like it has to be more than 10%. Like it doesn't have to be wild. Because you get too high, it's like they come back down really easily. But if it's too low, it's like not enough. Like if you look at the gappers for the day and it's like they're 11%. Sometimes that works, sometimes it doesn't. You want like 20. You know, you want like 20% at least, and then you can kind of get some movement. Below VWAP. So my VWAP trades work, and those are very specific. I haven't tried them on other things. I've only tried this strategy on the levered index products like TQQQ. But trading that above and below VWAP and setting your stop somewhere below VWAP. So I haven't quite figured out. I want to do low of day, but sometimes low of day is like dollars away. So like it has to be the 9 or the 15 or I haven't figured that part out yet. I know I try to get out if it does fall below VWAP. So if there's at least, I think what I said before was like a 3-bar close below VWAP, but sometimes that can get out of hand too. So it's like looking at the closes of the bars when it gets below VWAP. I mean, if it looks like you're trending down, you get out of the trade. If it recovers, sometimes they do, you could stay in the trade. But that's still trying to figure out like the hard line on that one. It's a very specific trade. I don't know why I'm yawning. Okay, so I don't know why that did that. The brings in future is weird now. Like, I need a new journal. I don't know what journal to go to. I'll have to research other journals. I've already paid for this one. I'm not paying for it again. I don't know, maybe I'll get into all the features and all the stuff and it'll be fine. I have been better too about writing the trades down, but then also what was I gonna say? I don't know what I was gonna say. I lost track of what I was gonna say. Right here. I could trade crude. I could trade TQQQ. I could trade the Russell. See, it needs to aggregate these. My losses are only slightly more than When the hell did I do this trade? A 3M short position? What the? How did I do this? Is this like a short call? Like what? I just took shares short? How did I do that? No, I didn't. Short? It was a put? I don't understand what this was. Far from moving average trade. Oh, it was a vertical. Oh, cool. Oh, that's cool. That's cool trade then. Actually, just look at. Because they're coming into the end of the month, so we could start to take a look at this. We'll have to do this next stream. So far this month, short puts, VWAP trades, verticals, trendline breakers have not been working. I can tell you that. Trendline long. And the trendline trades have not been working. So it's the breakouts. Breakouts, no bueno this month. Not working this month. Interesting. At least on the index products. So. Interesting. Alright, so what are we to do here? So we did have a good week. We need to continue that. We have positions on in TLT, which I'm a little leery of going into the meeting because he's not going to raise rate, or he's not going to lower rates. So it'll all be in the guidance. It's all going to be in the questions. So if we already know what he's going to do, it's all going to be in that press conference. That's what's going to dictate. Because we already know there's probably not going to be a rate hike. It's all about those expectations of the rate cuts. It's all about the expectations of the coming ones. And like Trump wants him to cut. Trump wants to be more involved. If that's not something that Jay Powell wants, Jay Powell might not be there. I mean, he does his things up like at some point. I don't know the date. He has a date where he can leave. I don't know if he'll stay there that long, or if they have someone in mind. So let's say he's not going to cut rates on Wednesday. I wonder if there'll start to be talk of who's going to replace him. I wonder because by March, if Trump doesn't get his way, I don't know. Anyway, so we have TLT, we have the KeyBank position, we have an IBIT position. I really want TQQQ. I said that would be a core holding. And I've been too afraid to sell puts, and then I want to do this like put calendar spread. But it's probably a question to call and ask my broker. Like, what do you do if you're in this calendar spread and the short side gets hit, but your long side is in the money? Is it executed immediately? I don't know, because I wouldn't mind having the shares. But I don't know what they do. I don't know. need multiple streams of income, chat. Real estate agent is not a side hustle. How is that a side hustle? Start a cleaning business. I always kind of like the idea of the on-demand print books. Those are cool. Those side hustles are too hard. Those are way too hard. You need something more AI-like and passive. Like dividends. I'm just joking. So yeah, we're bullish. What can we learn? We gotta still write every trade down. So we still need to do that. Focus on TQQQ. We can focus on crude. We can focus on... So TQQQ, these made a little bit of money, but they don't make money overall. What did it say? The Dow, TQQQ, crude. So those are the things I could focus on. So that means like the VWAP trade, selling the puts. I need to sell some puts. And then if crude is moving during the week, I could trade crude from Sunday to Friday. I don't want to hold it overnight. I don't know what's going to happen. So... that's kind of the focus. Oh, that's I guess I'm gonna get some water and then I'll be back, and then we can look at the sectors and sector performance, things that kind of already have gone through earnings, probably mostly banks. We'll also look at oh yeah, the earnings scan. We'll look at the earnings scan and see if there's anything again we can sell puts in. So let's do that. So BRB, I'm gonna get some water and I will be right back. Alright, we got the water chat. Got it. Got a little heating pad. Supposed to be a neck warmer thing, but I put it on my legs. Okay. Let's get back to it. So now we need to look at the sectors. Let me running. Dashboard. All right. And I always, FinViz is kind of a fun little scanner. Like, I know Interactive Brokers kind of shows you a little bit more, but like, I do like, the other scanners. Yeah. Alright, so visually on the week, it doesn't look that, it looks kind of flat. I mean, kind of flat. I guess up 4%. It kind of went up a little bit every day, and Netflix helped on that one. XLK. Oh yeah, SMH. Don't sleep on SMH. Gold. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of flat. Minus like... They got Qualcomm, I think, this week in SMH. I don't know if they're actually part of SMH, but they are a semiconductor. They do it mostly for phones, but like if Apple's struggling, I don't know what Qualcomm's doing. That'll be interesting to see the earnings for this week. Let's see, let's go to the month, because we're almost at a month now. So, oil and gas, gold, energy, industrials, financials, like these are really defensive. Yeah, like home builders, healthcare. Interesting, healthcare, don't sleep on that either. I think that's something to think about in the month. These have been down over the month. So I'm kind of intrigued by healthcare. I'm intrigued. The rhetoric around energy though. Like, oh, we want the gas prices lower, but then if gas prices are lower, I think energy reports at the end of the week, so it'll be interesting. I will make note of what they say about their guidance. I think those will be interesting ones because they're supposed to have the opportunity to explore more and drill more, but if the price is so low, I don't quite know how that works. So that's be an interesting thing to hear about from them, is like how they're dealing with that. Is it too early? Is it, what do they think about all that? All that rhetoric around these new energy policies. So, but it is up on the month. Let's go to 3 months. And then we see consumer discretionary, which is probably Tesla. Still we have energy at the top here and defensives. SMH is kind of making a move. It's not probably going to move till Nvidia has earnings, which I think is sometime in February. It's not with the other stuff. And healthcare in the longer term is still down. But interesting to me, because I do think it's a play. It tends to be more defensive of a play, but it's been so beaten down, it might have a chance if they can have good earnings. And it diversifies away from these high growth, high flying tech companies. SMH is finally moving though. It kind of broke out. Just do an Iron Condor and SMH. Let's see about that. Iron Condors are like just They're just these big trades though, like they're just so clunky. It's these big clunky trades, like how far out do I want to go? Where'd I go here? I went to the 20 delta. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. It's not a terrible Iron Condor. But after, like, earnings of everything, it's probably just gonna keep going up. So... It is a little less capital intensive than other plays. "20 years. SMH. That's funny. We're just dealing with this little recent part of the chart. So it's back up to like these highs. Oh no, wait, yeah. Yeah, it's up to these highs. Oh, the solar stuff went down. This kind of took over. And then next in line's XLK. It's XLK. Can we just Excel puts an XLK? Can we do that? So if we go out to the 20 delta, not really. You can't really do it. You might be able to sell like a vertical spread. We might look at XLK vertical spreads as kind of a long-term play. I'll put that on the list. We'll look at the credit for XLK tomorrow. XLK credit. So research premium on XLK vertical put credit spreads. You know, and the market could go sideways. I think that it could just digest these last 2 years and then figure out what it wants to do, you know? Like it's crazy like how, like you think, oh yeah, it's up, it's so great, 100% up, blah, 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 over the past 20 years, but then like this is up 400%. Like, that's crazy. So XLF is intriguing, I think. XLV is somewhat intriguing, I would say, in the kind of the recent times. I think all these things have earnings, so I'm gonna have to wait on some of these for earnings. Financials are done though, so for the most part. So let's go to FinViz and do a quick screener. It's just easy to do here. It's just really straightforward, like looking for high volume. Brazil Bank. Oh yeah, this also shows you these inverse products. Rabbit farm. Short MSTR. Bit digital. This is kind of doing something here. This is like day trading material right here. Oh, the wheat ETF. YOLO. Oh wait, under 5. That's not what I want. Okay, went back to the front. Ha! I had the wrong thing on. Okay. So let's look here. Don't sleep on Socks L either. So we'll add that. So if we're looking for an alternative to SMH, Socks L is kind of an alternative to that. Socks L. Yeah, that's something we could definitely do. Yeah, SoFi's been killing it. Oh, they have earnings. Their earnings are Monday morning. So watch out for SoFi. So keep our eye on SoFi. I mean, if it goes down, I might sell some puts. If it goes down. We'll see. We'll see what it does. I'm intrigued because it's a bank, and I did like their app. I didn't use it, but I did like it. So when I was like investigating where to go, where to put my money, like SoFi was one of them. I did like their app. And you can buy crypto. China. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how that goes. This looks like it's kind of at a top. It's forming kind of a double top. MSTU. This doesn't have great options though. This new doesn't have... It's a mover and the shares move, but it doesn't have great options. So if you go long, like covered calls might be it if you wanted to play options on that. This is crazy. I traded this like way back and I didn't stick with it. I mean, SPY is at the top of its range here. Doesn't mean it can't go higher, but... Yeah, and then like biotech, like, you know, I'm kind of interested in healthcare. Oh yeah, and then I need to get that, write down that scan. Oh, I have to do that. I'll have to rewind that video and write that down. This is a nice chart. It's past earnings. Did it show up in my TI scanner? Oh yeah, I was gonna do that too. Let me do that. I gotta find... Oh wait. Yeah. Let's go here. Oh, I'm here. Huh. Let's see. $2 billion to 10 billion. So 2 billion is my minimum. Okay. What do I have here? So 100. 1, 2, 3. This is what, 200 million? We need 2 billion. Let's do 20 days because we want to encompass all the earnings days. Okay, so Johnson & Johnson already went. Let's see. Some of this news isn't helpful. They already had earnings. This news is kind of terrible. It's down 7% in the year. Oh yeah, pay for these charts. Like, let's put them up. Let's make another watch list. Create a new list. We want earnings watch list. And we're gonna add J&J. Put it on the daily. I mean, it's in a downtrend, sorta kinda here. I haven't made new highs. But the lows are starting to kinda get to a point here where we haven't made any super duper significant new lows. Crazy volume spike right here. What was this? Was that August thing? Yeah, it must have been. Lots of volume. It's crazy, but it kept it high, even though there's lots of volume. Oh, wow. Let's look here. Look at the pretty pictures. Market cap. And overall, it's just a solid, stable business. I think this is something to not sleep on, so I'm gonna add it to my things to keep an eye on. And maybe trades just to diversify kind of what I'm in. So you can have diversity across strategies, or you could have or diversity across items. So J&J selling puts, or we could do a leap into the future, quantum leap. There we go. And on that same note, hymns. So far we have XLK to research, Soxel for premium, in place of SMH, and sometimes I'm like, why don't I just buy Nvidia? You know what I'm saying? Like, just buy Nvidia. Just sell covered calls on Nvidia. Sometimes I think about that. I don't know. Maybe we'll see on that. Let me just write down too. Let me just write on all the ideas. Nvidia covered calls. Okay. So SoFi, we're gonna watch for the earnings reaction. Super interested in SoFi. If I had SoFi and KeyBank, I think that would cover my banking sectors. A little more wild and crazy. It's not like Bank of America or anything like that, but kind of fun things to look at. J&J for healthcare, HIMS for healthcare, Nvidia, just cause. But maybe there's something else out there. Let's keep looking. Wait, I need my trade ideas. Here we go. Bank of America does have a good chart, though. No, you don't want to play with that chart. That's a good chart. I mean, it's a good chart. What are you gonna do? NextEra Energy, I should put more in the long-term portfolio, because like they keep talking about energy and oh, we're gonna do nuclear and this and that, and maybe we will. But we have these companies right here. These companies need to get involved. They need to be as much involved with this energy race as, you know, they need to. There's like the tech companies are involved with this AI stuff. Like, we need these companies to step it up and get themselves in the room and make sure they're part of that, because we have, if we can upgrade their infrastructure, why build new infrastructure? Like, give these companies something too. Oh yeah, this took off. Yeah, I have one share of this. Woo! 3M took off. I said don't sleep on 3M. I said that. I kind of, it was a long time ago, so this is probably when it was trading. Like, oh, I missed it when it was trading down here. Like, it started doing this, yeah. And I was like, oh, you know, it's like down here, and you'd see it $100 sometimes, and like, yeah. And their lawsuit and stuff's kind of, I think they've gotten through all of that, and I was like, oh man, don't sleep on 3M. And then when it dipped a little bit, I bought some, and yeah, I was able to get one share. That's okay. We'll get more shares later. This is a great chart too. This is a fantastic chart. Delta Airlines, there you go, has dividend too. What's this company do? What's this company? Real estate. Oh. Well, real estate needs some clarity on rates. And I think we need to build more houses. I don't think that that's happening. Halliburton. Oh, this is a stellar chart too. This is a stellar chart. Wells Fargo chart. Wow. Chart don't lie. It's like hips don't lie, charts don't lie either. Huh. Healthcare, so I'm saying. So I'm saying. So this is actually under Abbott Laboratories? Oh, okay. Maybe that's something different then. Oh, this is something different. This is computer electronics. Never mind. I thought this was Abbott, the whatever. Wrong company. So this is, they do medical devices though. Okay. Oh, look how many companies there are. That's so crazy. Bullish outlook. Huh. Yeah, they had quite the run from earnings. Well, keep it on the watch list. I think this is something to keep on the watch list. Also another way to kind of keep technology but diversify away from big names. Oh yeah, Prologis. Ooh, this is an interesting. Just came above here. What is this, the 200? Or no, what is this? What is this? I don't know what this is. I don't know what moving averages are on here. Is it the 9? Is it the 20? Is it the 200? Like, what is it? What do I have on here right now? So I have the 10 and the 200. It's a 10-day moving average. What if I made this 50? So I have volume. $50-day, 200-day, and the VWAP is purple. Okay. Save. What about the background color? Dark theme, it's kind of lame. Dark theme. This is better. Where'd my volume go? Why did my volume get removed? Oh, dark mode kind of messed it all up. This is interesting though. Prologis makes it's logistics. It is like the they make like technology infrastructure. Spelled it wrong. ELD. Why is this on here? Why is it on this stock exchange? There we go. And it was in a holding pattern for like a year. It's definitely an uptrend though. Oh, earnings are coming up. Oh no, they already happened. That's in March. Okay, that's the next earnings date. Okay. Revenue. Hmm. Actually, not really trade off of here. I also lost like the earnings and stuff. Figure that out. Huh. Okay. Might have lost the earnings date though. Let's try another one. Oh no, I didn't. Why it's not showing the earnings one for this one? It is showing it for everybody else though. Yeah, don't sleep on these utilities. Like, people kind of hate on them, but alright, I'm gonna run another scan. Um, yeah, TSM. Huh. That's a great chart too. Like, that's an insane chart. JP Morgan. Oh yeah, GE. GE. The Bollinger Bands are a bit much. Wow. Just the craziest run. Better than expected earnings. Alright, we'll look at GE too. I like that. This could be like, if you want to think about something going way out in time, like buy some deep in the money call. We'll see. 207? Holy moly. Well, maybe we'll let it come back to Earth a little bit and then we can think about it. We'll put it on the list though, so GE is also on the list. Let's put it here so we're looking at it, because otherwise we probably won't look at it. GE, I think HIM still has... Their earnings are coming up, we can add it here too. Theirs aren't till like end of February. HIM, SoFi. SoFi's tomorrow morning. Nvidia. Not really an earnings watch. That's a misnomer. That needs to be in a different list. And then we have Soxel. I need to separate these out by the type of trade that I want to do with these. And then XLK. Again, the goal is to kind of get different strategies, not too many different strategies, like really it's selling puts, it's selling covered calls, it's my VWAP trade. I think those are the primary trades, and that's kind of what I'm looking for vehicles to do that with. Let's keep looking here. Texas Instruments. Oh yeah, they had earnings. What was that like? I didn't pay attention. This is a good chart though. Big volume though, big down volume. What'd they say? Who cuts price? Shares downgraded. Post quarterly earning results was beats expectations. Beats, earning guidance. So, yeah, I mean, this is a semi-play. I think they make a lot of semiconductors for cars. So semiconductors change real-world... Analog semiconductors change real-world signals such as sound, temperature... Yeah, so they make these types of semiconductors. Throw it on the list. Or post earnings, that's the reason why. It's down a little bit from earnings too. Alright, so what have we done so far? We've gone through, we summarized the markets, we've gone through my trades, went through those. Again, we're going to focus on TQQQ. I could trade TQQQ, I could trade crude, I could trade, what was the other thing I could trade? So crude trade, crude TQQQ. I think looking at the past year's performance, I can trade the Dow. I can also do that. I have to keep my eyes. I think, and FOMC's on Tuesday or Wednesday. I guess we can go over that now. So I'm kind of done with the earnings stuff. Some additional things we added to that. Maybe I'll even add TSM, just because that's such a great chart. Like, you can't deny the chart. Again, charts don't lie. We'll add that to the list too. Have GE on there? I do. Okay. So, and then we developed our watch list based on earnings. Didn't do it on the sectors yet. I think we just looked at financials. So I might do a little bit of that later, go through and look at the sectors and try to find some performers in there to trade. And at the end of this week, it's the end of the month, so we'll have to do the end of the month review. What else did we go through today? I think that covers everything that we did. So I have to put out my short. I'll do that later. And I think that's it for the week. So yeah. I think that's it I can cover for now. Remember, this is for educational and informational purposes only, not intended to be financial advice or recommendation. Trading is risky, do your own research. But if you like what you see, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button and follow us at Will's First, so you always know when we go live. It's a big week. Big earnings, big data, FOMC meeting. So be careful out there. Oh yeah, also looking into puts. So we'll add that to the list. Because it is a big week. But I guess that's it for me today. And I wish you a safe